Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Sgcarmart Reviews. Julian here. Listen, if you're looking for an executive sedan that blends luxury and sportiness all in one lovely package, well, this car could well be for you. This is the all-new 9th generation Toyota Camry, and according to Toyota, it has the best in industry hybrid system. Is it really true? I guess it's one way to find out. The Toyota Camry Hybrid is priced at $246,888. The 2.5-litre naturally aspirated engine produces 184 brake horsepower, and its electric motor produces 134 brake horsepower for a combined 224 brake horsepower. The hybrid drivetrain outputs a combined 221 Nm of torque. The CVT transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km per hour in 7.2 seconds. The Toyota Camry Hybrid has a claimed fuel consumption figure of 19.6 km per litre. For more details on the Toyota Camry Hybrid or any other car, head on to Sgcarmart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car. Now, it being all new also means that Toyota's ever-popular executive sedan gets an all-new look up front, right? Especially this hammerhead LED headlamps, which I think is super cool. But I think what's cooler is its gaping grille right here. All new, wider, gives it that sinister, aggressive stance, right? But my favorite has got to be its side profile. Of course, you get this lovely 18-inch rims, but it's really the aerodynamic roofline that attracts me the most. It leads you very nicely and neatly all the way to the back, which is my favorite place because the same hammerhead theme continues here on the rear taillights. You get the Camry word right in the center. It's huge. You get the HEV badge to tell people that you're driving a hybrid, so you're quite green. Open this up and you'll be faced with 500 litres worth of hauling capacity. You'll pass the anti-trolleys length test, luggage test, and then some. Measuring in at 4,920mm long, 1,840mm wide, and 1,455mm tall, the Toyota Camry Hybrid manages to offer ample space for 3 occupants in the back. Now, when you're at the back, the first thing you notice is just how luxurious the floor mats are. I know it sounds crazy, but it's very well cushioned, you know, it almost feels like a more luxurious brand. But anyway, I digress. It's expensive space right here. I mean, there's crazy amounts of leg room as well as headroom. I'm about 1.6 meters tall, so I think this can easily fit any adults up to 1.8 meters tall. But there are multiple features right here to tell you that this isn't just about comfort and space, it's really about luxury. Now, first things first, right? You knock this thing down, and there's this screen right here that you can just turn on, and it slowly lights up. You can adjust the aircon vents, you can adjust the infotainment system, you can even adjust the sunshade at the back, which is really kind of cool. This is definitely the first in its class. Yeah, it almost feels like you're inside a Century or a Crown, not a Camry. So yes, it's definitely a first in its class. Another thing that makes you realize just how luxurious the Camry is this panoramic sunroof. It stretches from the front right to the rear. It makes this car a lot airier than it already is. I mean, as it is, the seats are not black, right? So when it's not black, it doesn't feel so dull and it doesn't feel so, you know, mundane. This just brightens up an already airy place, which is something that I really like. Now you move over to the center seat right here. It's still very soft. You get enough space for your body, still shoulder room. You still get enough leg room. Your feet, you can still put it up, easy peasy. But what I can really appreciate is this right here. I like this. It's not some cheapo mishmash thing. It's a full-on leather, so it feels like it's very nicely done, very well thought out. You also have aircon vents right here and USB-C ports right here so you can charge your devices. Now, the last thing that really makes you feel like a tauke is the sunshade. This thing comes standard in the Camry. Standard. How cool is that? Now at the helm, it's set to blend luxury and practicality, and to a certain extent, it's sort of true because this Camry sort of takes up a notch compared to its predecessor. So you're faced with a multifunctional leather-wrapped steering wheel, and beyond that is your digital instrument cluster. Everything you need to know about the car, information is all there. But there are a couple of new things here. First and foremost is this 12.3-inch infotainment system from Toyota, so everything here feels very quick, very prompt. It's very straightforward. You can check out the car, you can check out your multimedia, you can check out the navigation. It's all there and it's very clear, sharp, and crisp. And of course, you have this new slated design right here. Sort of gives it a little bit of character. It almost feels like the entire aircon is just stretched the entire way, the entire panel. So it looks sort of cool, looks very modern and sleek. And over here, you're all very nicely cocooned. Even the passenger here, because of this curve, it sort of makes you feel like you're in your own business class seat. And here you have like wireless charging system, you have enough space to put your phone, key fob, you have ventilated seats, you also have auto hold function, which is my favorite. And everything else here is all genuine leather. It feels good, smells good. Only question is, can this car drive as nice as it looks? One way to find out. So with this new Toyota Camry, it comes with a proper and reliable 2.5-litre naturally aspirated hybrid engine. So it pumps out some 224 brake horsepower, which if you put into perspective and you start comparing, is quite generous, because if you were to compare it with some of its German peers, this car actually has more output. As a matter of fact, it's over 20 brake horsepower more than its German peers. But I think more relevantly, it has 221 Newton meters of torque, which allows you to complete the century sprint in just 7.2 seconds. Now, 7.2 seconds, it's not crazy quick, but it's also not crazy slow. So it gives you a lot of value, right? I mean, it has sufficient brake horsepower, it gives you enough torque for you to get from point to point in a relatively quick and fast-free manner. But really, get this, I don't think it's meant to be quick. In all honesty, I mean, you get behind this car. I've been driving this car for several days. It's not the kind of car that makes you want to go crazy. It's not the kind of car that makes you want to drive fast. It's the kind of car that makes you want to cruise along and enjoy the space, the drive, the ride, the smell, the materials and all. And you can try driving like a madman, which I've done for the past couple of days. I will not deny it. And I'm still getting 19.6 kilometers per litre, which is great. But I think what's even better than that is that I've been thinking, right? When you drive along at night, you cruise along at night, not having to worry about range. It's not an electric car. It is an electrified car, but it's not a full electric vehicle. Still a hybrid system, self-charging no less. So you don't have to worry about charging. There's no range anxiety. I can drive for hours at end, not having to think about where to park and where to charge. And that's always a good thing. It's like one problem off my mind. And of course, just because it's not a full EV does not mean that you don't get to enjoy your VES bendings. Now, what's really cool with the Toyota Camry is also the fact that it comes with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. So you get upgraded camera sensors, you get road sign assist, which is essentially just a speed limit assist. So if you go above the speed limit, it'll actually blink on your head-up display, just so that you don't get caught speeding accidentally. And then there's also dynamic radar cruise control and lane trace assist. Now, with these two, when you turn it on together, you can essentially drive the car on its own, or rather, the car will drive on its own and follow the lanes accordingly. So if I just turn on the lane trace, turn on dynamic cruise control, set it all up, yep, and I can just let go. So if my steering wheel is starting to, or if my car is starting to veer off, I'm not driving by the way, my legs are like this, it's going, it's trying to keep within the speed limit, it'll actually just follow the curves, it'll follow everything. And once it is taking too long, once you are not on the wheel for too long, it'll prompt you and you'll just have to adjust your wheel again. So it's not an autonomous driving per se, it's a safety precaution in case you fall asleep. The car will still be able to keep itself within the lane and within control. And obviously there's also the pre-collision system, but we're obviously not going to test that. And if that's not cool enough, Toyota has this new feature called the Toyota Voice Agent, which is really, really sweet because this feature is only available in factory-fitted unit that's straight from Japan. And it actually allows you to talk to the car. So you can request for climate control change, media, hands-free navigation, what have you. So this is how it works. Hey Toyota!
What do you want to do?
Can you please raise the temperature to 23 degrees?
Setting the driver's temperature to 23 degrees.
Hey Toyota!
How can I help you?
I am feeling warm.
Setting the driver's temperature to 21.0 degrees.
Isn't that cool? It's always nice to know that a car can finally understand my jungle English or my very Singaporean accent English. Now, when it comes to comfort, the Toyota Camry remains the quintessential sedan for it, right? I mean, it doesn't compromise on sportiness. It's still comfortable, and you know it's sporty because you get inside here behind the wheel at the helm. You get this pedal shifters. First thing, probably the first thing you actually notice. You're wondering like, why do you actually need pedal shifters for this car? But it still feels sporty. It's not soft to the point where it's being wafty for the sake of comfort. No, you can get up to speed. All you have to do is signal, squeeze the throttle, and it goes like the wind. But it actually gets up to speed really, really quickly and really, really capably in that sense, right? But it's not the kind of car that you want to speed in, even though you can. It's not the car that I want to speed in all honesty. I just want to relax in this car, and this car makes you feel that way. I like it. When you drive around Singapore, and there's so many roadworks and road constructions going on, it can actually soak up all that uneven tarmac, the bumps and ruts with absolute ease. More cars should be made like this. Easy, straightforward, comfortable, and yet quick and sporty. So, big question, right? All new 9th generation Toyota Camry, is it a will buy, won't buy, or go try? I think this, to me, is a will buy. Been driving this for several days. I'm trying to find faults with the car, in all honesty, but it's truly and genuinely difficult. You drive this car long enough, you start finding more pros than cons, right? I will buy this car for the very fact that it will ferry my family, at least the occupants, from point to point in a very fuss-free, comfortable manner. And when you're alone, you can still drive this car like a madman and it will still hold its own very, very well. But I think, while that is not its priority, in all honesty, at least I know my family is safe. They can still have enough space as well behind. Wife is happy, I'm happy, I'm at peace, right? But I think more importantly, at a time when all the other EV models are coming up, they have all these warranties, right? Just to give you that peace of mind. I think Toyota hasn't really forgotten that. So this car still comes with that 5-year vehicle warranty, it comes with that 5-year hybrid battery warranty, and it's unlimited mileage for these two. But I think more importantly, you get free servicing for 5 years or 100,000 kilometer mileage, whichever comes first. So you are still protected by the warranty that Toyota gives you that peace of mind. So back to the question that I posed in the beginning, right? Is this car, or does it truly have the best in industry hybrid system? I guess so. So there you have it, guys. That is the review of the all-new 9th generation Toyota Camry. Hope you guys enjoyed the review as much as I've driven this car. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and comment in the comment box below and let us know what you think about this car. You can also follow us on TikTok. Our handle is @Sgcarmart. In the meantime, stay safe, be well. Ciao.